Okay, these views are coming at you from Mount Farrell. Mount Farrell is located on the west coast of Tasmania and is accessed from a little town called Tulla. Once I departed the car park and then returned, I'd logged about 7 kilometres and a 523 metre elevation gain for this trek. Took me about 3 hours and 20 minutes, and basically when you read about it and the signage says it should take you about 3 hours. The trail itself is pretty straightforward once you've located the car park just outside of Tulla. It's pretty well signed right the way through. There was just this little section at the start that I could see may get a little confusing for some people. Here the actual trail is a little bit washed out, but just head on straight through. From here on out, there weren't really any issues finding the trail. Here we go, Mount Farrell. You pretty quickly get into this nice forest, and it's nice and cool, pretty easy walking apart from the ascent. Of a steep incline, so definitely takes your breath away. Then it kind of levels out a little bit to what we're seeing here now, which is just a nice steady incline up into the forest, and it will change again shortly. Once you come up out of that forest and it starts to flatten out a little bit and you're in this grassy section, there's actually a couple of spots where it heads off to the left. So make sure you don't take those spots. See where the sticks have come across here? So yeah, don't go up to the left at all. Just stick on the path through the right hand side or straight through. It's easy to get caught out when you're just trotting along, but this one here, no one's putting sticks over, but that one there's got a bunch of sticks over it, so either. So these couple of sections get a little bit shrubby and a bit scratchy. I was wearing shorts, which was fine for me on that day, but yeah, if you prefer not to get a bit scratched up, definitely probably more of a long pants kind of a track. Okay, so there's a little turn off here on the track, a little wire section. We can head down to the lake if you want to. I'm not going to do that on this trip. So if you want to add about an extra hour onto your trek, you can head down to Lake Herbert. I've done it before, so chose not to this time. Once you get up onto the elevation of the ridgeline, that's when you start to see all the surrounding lakes, and it's really, really beautiful scenery. And this is where I slowed down a little bit, took some photographs, and yeah, just really took in the whole surroundings of the area. It's really, really beautiful. Mount Farrell loves a little sneaky false summit. So just when you think you're getting to the top, up she goes again. And then it goes and goes up again. And then after that, it goes up again. Okay, so this is the section on Mount Farrell where it gets just a tiny little bit technical. So if it has been raining a lot, I'm guessing this spot here would be quite slippery. But other than that, it's not actually that bad to walk up. So you just follow the arrow up along this section here. And then I might need a couple of hands for this one, we'll see how we go. And then just pull yourself up this little rock. Here we go. And basically, that's the toughest part of the trek, as far as being a little bit technical goes. So, yeah, pretty easy. Not there yet. There's the trig. Alright, so here's a little sneak sneaky tip, I guess, for Mount Farrell is the trig is actually over this little mound here. Okay, so I've just been over there, except the views from the trig are not as good as the views along that ridge line along the way to the very highest peak. So there's a couple of these big flat rocks like I'm standing on here now, and basically they're along the edge of the track, and you'll see where people have made their way up onto those big flat rocks, and that's where you'll get a better 360-degree view. Yeah, unfortunately you've got the town there, but yeah, it's got pretty good views this this trek. It's just a little bit disappointing right at the trig, but yeah, she's quite a clear day today. A little bit of cloud, Mount Murchison over the back here. I can actually see Vegas up there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I have a video of Mount Murchison if you do want to have a look at that one. Did that one in November. Otherwise, yeah, pretty nice day up here. The last day I come up here, or I come up here with Bonnie, was during the fires. Might have been February, March, and we didn't get very good views. So yeah, this is really good up here today. Nice and clear. Beautiful day for it. Very happy. Okay, so that sums up the Mount Farrell hike. So yeah, you need to get yourself to Tulla, which is in the northern part of the Tasmania's West Coast range. The trailhead's on the side of the road, so it's quite easy to find, and there's a great little cafe nearby if you want to grab yourself coffees or a little treat after your trek. The entire trek took me about 3 hours and 20 minutes. I went pretty slow on the way up, and I didn't exactly run on the way back down thanks to the old knees. But about 3 hours to 4 hours is probably enough time to leave yourself for this one. My total kilometres was just under 7 kilometres. However, I did read online that some people are saying it's over 8 kilometres, but I tracked just under 7 without going into the lake. There is an elevation gain of 529 metres for this one, so she does go up a little bit, but if you take it steady, it's a really enjoyable hike, and I highly recommend it. Highly rated hike.